that are coming back with another video. So it looked like Caitlin Clark is setting a new standard when it comes to Gatorade. Guys, for this one here, we got to go all the way up to Wendy. Let's get it. Let's go. And Caitlin Clark is breaking the internet for the second consecutive day. Yesterday, we was blessed with new Caitlin Clark workout footage. And I'm here to tell you, today, she is definitely getting in her bag because Gatorade has released a new flavor featuring Caitlin Clark on the cover. Now, if you guys didn't know, Caitlin Clark got a bunch of sponsors. Gatorade, Stanley, Nike, it don't matter. Whatever.
She referred to it as the best flavor ever created. Not delicious, not good, but the best. Caitlin Clark made a shocking revelation. Nobody anticipated the flurry that broke out in the beverage aisle rather than on the court. This sponsorship wasn't your typical one. It was a statement, a taste of her unparalleled self-assurance that was now in a bottle. Fans were in disbelief and frantically trying to determine whether this audacious assertion was real. The internet exploded when Gatorade revealed something genuinely unprecedented, immediately igniting a national search for the liquid gold she promoted. A viral frenzy for the new Rainberry that solidified her reputation outside of the court. One startling disclosure at a time, Clark demonstrates once more that she is more than simply a player.
Favorite flavor. Rainberry, bruh. The greatest flavor ever made is what Caitlin Clark captured this as on her Instagram, man. Now, this was another one. Now, supposedly, this is a limited edition. This is Caitlin Clark Rainberry. This is how it looked. I haven't seen it in stores yet. It said limited edition, Caitlin Clark Rainberry Gatorade. Spotted features raining threes language on the bottle, bruh. Talk about breaking the internet and setting a new standard. Now, today is Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody.
The sports industry and beyond were rocked by the formal announcement of Caitlin Clark's unique Gatorade flavor, Rainberry, which included her famous visage emblazoned on the bottle. This was more than just an endorsement. It was a historic occasion that cemented her reputation as a cultural icon whose impact extends beyond basketball courts. A tribute to her unmatched marketability, the image of her on the iconic Gatorade label marked the beginning of a new era and immediately turned a popular sports drink into a collectible. Fans saw right once that this went beyond simple hydration. The desire to acquire a piece of the tail caused an instantaneous, unheard-of spike in demand that left store shelves empty all over the country. This degree of influence is genuinely unprecedented.
Bottle, bruh. Talk about breaking the internet and setting a new standard. Now, today is Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody. Be sure to get your significant other something nice, you know. If not, you know, if you ain't financially literate, just tell them something nice. But the Indiana Fever did release this. This is Caitlin Clark. My love for you has limitless range from Caitlin Clark. So this is what Caitlin Clark is said to all the fans for this year's Valentine's Day, man. But if you guys don't know, Caitlin Clark did make the team for Team USA, which is scheduled to take place March the 11th. Now, this is the footage that came out.
There is no denying it. Everything Caitlin. When Clark touches, it instantly becomes an unquestionable hit. Her Midas touch is legendary, from her court performances that broke records to her growing empire of sponsorships. Her irresistible appeal has resulted in astronomical sales and extraordinary brand visibility for companies like Nike, Stanley, and now Gatorade. This trend was soon followed by the Rainberry flavor, which defied all predictions and immediately rose to cult status among her hordes of ardent admirers. There is more to this phenomenon than merely celebrity endorsements. It's about the sincere bond Clark creates with her fans, making every product she endorses a need and demonstrating that her influence goes well beyond any one game or season.
Guys don't know, Caitlin Clark did make the team for Team USA, which is scheduled to take place March the 11th. Now, this is the footage that came out of yesterday of Caitlin Clark shooting off the dribble. And it looked good, man. It looked good. Looked like Caitlin Clark has definitely added something new to her game. And I believe the NBA All-Star is tonight, if I'm not mistaken. So hopefully, you know, we might see Caitlin. You know what I'm saying? That looked like my thumbnail a little bit, but it's cool. But we might see Caitlyn, man. So I don't know. FIFA basketball.
The announcement that the new Rainberry flavor was a limited edition sent fans into an instant, urgent frenzy, adding even more shock and urgency. This was a one-time chance to taste what Clark herself declared to be the best flavor ever created, not a permanent addition to the Gatorade portfolio. An unusual scramble resulted from the news, turning indifferent consumers into fervent hunters who searched stores for any leftover bottles. Due to the increased demand brought about by this scarcity strategy, the flavor, a rare product that instantly became legendary, became not merely desirable, but also necessary. Many people questioned whether they would ever have a taste of Clark's favorite hydration because of the limited release, which spurred an intense, nearly frantic race against time.
I'm saying that looked like my thumbnail a little bit, but it's cool. But we might see Caitlyn, man. So I don't know. FIFA basketball showed a lot of love to Caitlyn. Now, Team USA did not put Caitlyn Clark on the flyer. They put Asia Wilson in them. But as you guys can see here, FIFA showed a whole lot of love for Caitlyn. Got her up there front and center. And this is what you want to see. Love, man. When you got somebody powering a whole league like that, for whatever reason, they take it upon themselves to dish on Caitlyn Clark. Mike stated, so FIFA will gladly post Caitlyn Clark for USA basketball.
Fans were further shocked by the bottle's individualized detail and its modest yet potent secret. The design incorporates the reigning threes language in a subtle way. This was more than simply basic branding. It was an obvious and direct reference to Caitlyn Clark's trademark gesture, her unmatched capacity to rule games from outside the arc. Fans were immediately moved by this deft move, which turned the drink into a metaphor for her on-court prowess and directly linked them to her explosive playing style. Its popularity as an immediate classic was cemented by an unexpected, personal touch that lifted the flavor above that of a simple drink and made it a celebration of her exceptional talent and a physical part of her legendary legacy.
I don't know, what happened with the channel, but we shall overcome. But shout out to all you guys. Now, something else that I did see is this situation with Paige Beckers getting exposed. Paige Beckers was brutally exposed by Chelsea Gray last night during Unrivaled. It just looked bad. Paige ain't got no defense at all. Check this out.
Has to lock her up. Draped all over Gray. Tries to get to her spot. A foul is called in the act of shooting.
Yeah. It was bad for Paige yesterday, y'all. She had 2 points.
She can't believe it.
It wasn't just marketing when Caitlyn Clark boldly claimed that Rainberry was the best flavor ever created in an Instagram caption. It was an unabashed display of confidence that tenfold increased the buzz. Her personal support was extremely powerful, turning a straightforward product introduction into a significant cultural occasion. Admirers listened intently to everything she said, wanting to sample the flavor she so fearlessly promoted, demonstrating her unmatched impact off the court as well. This straightforward, unvarnished statement from Clark herself started a conversation right away, igniting arguments and making it more urgent for everyone to test the supposedly legendary mixture. Her unwavering belief closed the purchase and solidified the flavor's reputation as a contentious and highly desirable product.
Bro, Paige Beckers immediately left after losing in the quarterfinals. Somebody said Paige Beckers getting whooped by 80-year-old Chelsea Gray for the second time in just a few weeks. Wow. 11-2. Chelsea Gray dominated over Paige 1v1. I still take Paige on my team before Gray. Not everyone's game is well suited for one-on-one. Same reason I don't think CeCe will be particularly great in this kind of tourney. Her game is much more suited for 5-on-5. Yeah, but a lot of offensive players don't have great defense, but the way Chelsea Gray is closed her, look at this, man. Just bad. My goodness, bro.
Beyond Gatorade, Caitlyn Clark's empire of sponsorships, which includes industry titans like Nike and Stanley, clearly demonstrates her unmatched brand power, underscoring the Rainberry release's importance in her business portfolio. She is more than just a sportswoman. She is a marketing powerhouse, a demonstrated driver of historic commerce and cultural developments. Any product that she is associated with immediately gains prestige and becomes a highly sought-after item rather than just a commodity. This wide range of well-known sponsorships highlights her exceptional talent for captivating crowds and influencing consumer behavior, demonstrating that her influence transcends the basketball court and permeates popular culture, solidifying her reputation. Rainberry Gatorade's Valentine's Day release date gave its launch an unexpected, almost romanticized element that piqued fans' interest even more. This wasn't a standard, well-thought-out sports marketing tactic. It was a quiet, almost lighthearted homage to bonding and a common interest. It turned the product introduction into a special occasion that celebrated a passion for the sport and the athlete rather than just a drink. Many were taken aback by the unexpected timing, which made the flavor debut unique and made it stand out among the regular barrage of new announcements, making the release genuinely distinctive, including addressing the mystery surrounding Valentine's Day. Clark. She gave her supporters a lighthearted yet startling message. The scope of my affection for you is constrained. Her fans were both delighted and taken aback by her astute, self-aware remark, which was a blatant parody of her renowned shooting ability. It was a clever, surprising marketing move that further strengthened her bond with her audience by exhibiting her charm and wit off the court. The message went viral right away thanks to its distinctive fusion of humor and sports illusion, demonstrating that Clark is more than just a game master. She is an expert at managing her public persona, transforming each encounter into an unforgettable, captivating experience that leaves followers wanting more. A sharp and startling contrast surfaced throughout her Gatorade flavor's economic success. For a forthcoming international competition, Caitlin Clark was controversially left off of the Team USA squad. Given her evident brilliance and unparalleled popularity, her unexpected rebuff caused a wave of disbelief throughout the sports world and raised major concerns about the decision-making process. Supporters were in disbelief, wondering how a player with such a significant influence could be passed over for the national squad, particularly at a time when her market worth was at an all-time high. A confusing contradiction between her image as a commercial powerhouse and her perceived position in the national hierarchy in basketball, leaving everyone perplexed. Fans and commentators publicly questioned USA Basketball's reasoning for ignoring such an obvious skill after the team's shocking decision to cut Caitlin Clark off the roster. Given her shown capacity to attract large audiences and motivate a new generation of admirers, her absence was conspicuous. Many were incredulous, finding it hard to understand how the national team could bench a player who was raising the profile of sports on his own. This contentious decision sparked much discussion, with the selecting committee being directly accused of poor judgment and short-sightedness, resulting in an unwanted shade on what should have been a momentous day for women's basketball. FIBA Basketball boldly put Caitlin Clark front and center on their promotional materials in a dramatic, almost rebellious response to Team USA's snub. This stark juxtaposition, which contrasted Clark's worldwide reputation with her native team's alleged lack of attention, instantly stoked the dispute. Her international popularity and talent were unquestionably validated by the FIA's prominent placement, which openly questioned USA Basketball's decision and subtly criticized it. This gesture of assistance from a significant international organization highlighted how puzzling her omission was, transforming a national team selection into a worldwide display of opposing viewpoints and indisputable star power. The speaker didn't hold back when accusing USA Basketball of trying to discredit Caitlin Clark by leaving her off the squad, which added another level of drama and possible turmoil behind the scenes. This forceful statement suggested more than a coaching choice. It fueled public indignation and conjecture by implying a deeper, possibly political intention at work. Fans were shocked by the notion that a team can purposefully bench such a game-changing player for reasons other than performance, which made them question the real dynamics at work in the world of professional sports. This charge presented a concerning image of internal conflict. A window into Caitlin Clark's ongoing development was provided by recent workout footage of her shooting off dribble, which demonstrated that she is consistently adding new facets to her game despite the Team USA scandal. Any skepticism regarding her work ethic or devotion to her art was silenced by this motivational counter-narrative, which demonstrated her dedication and unwavering quest of growth. The video, which was praised for its appearance, gave supporters a comforting glimpse of her future supremacy and confirmed that not even a rejection by the national team could stop her advancement. It made a strong point that, despite outside approval, Clark's attention is still entirely on her personal growth, always trying to reach greater heights. Clark's exclusion from Team USA became even more noticeable in light of the NBA All-Stars event, which the speaker mentioned was planned for that evening and placed her among the larger basketball elite. Although unrelated, the reference subtly brought attention to the enormous stage where elite players gather, and her exclusion from yet another prestigious roster served as a sobering reminder of the difficult choices she must make for her career. The public's perplexity and worry about why Clark, a player of such caliber, was being excluded from representing her nation was heightened by the subtle underscoring of the widespread expectation that elite athletes would take part in important events, including an nearly unexpected surprise. The transcript mentioned how Chelsea Gray viciously exposed Paige Bueckers during a one-on-one game, making a comparison to the harsh scrutiny that female basketball players endure. This surprising story served as a sobering reminder of the harsh reality of elite competition, where even highly regarded celebrities can falter under duress. The shocking revelation of Bueckers' poor defensive play and low scoring was made public, underscoring the brutal reality of head-to-head competition and subtly laying the groundwork for conversations about each player's advantages and disadvantages in the competitive professional environment. The particular information about Paige Bueckers' difficulties in the one-on-one, especially her defensive problems and one bucket scored, highlighted an important realization. Not every top player is a master of every format. This was a nuanced but effective defense of Caitlin Clark's own style, implying that her special abilities might not be appropriate in every specific situation. It reinforced the notion that a single, standout performance does not define a career by giving context for comprehending how different players are equipped for various tasks. This discovery provided a more nuanced view of player evaluation by taking strategic fit into account in addition to raw talent. Importantly, the speaker made the crucial point that Caitlin Clark's game is far more suited for 5-on-5 competition, which gently defended her particular skill set and subtly criticized the emphasis on one-on-one comparisons. This realization brought to light her unmatched passing ability, court vision, and capacity to inspire a whole team, qualities that are frequently overlooked in single games. It was a strong defense of her actual worth in a team environment, highlighting the fact that her brilliance is not just in individual scoring but also in planning offense and setting up opportunities for others. This viewpoint refocused the entire conversation on her actual advantages. Linking the dots, the tremendous strain that basketball greats like Bueckers and Clark endure suggests the incalculable psychological and emotional costs associated with being at the top of women's basketball. Their path is full with obstacles that go well beyond the actual game because every move, sponsorship, and team choice is examined closely. These athletes must have an almost superhuman level of resilience because of the constant public scrutiny that blurs the lines between their personal and professional life. It serves as a startling reminder of the hidden costs faced by those who dare to redefine the greatest standards in sports. From claiming that her Gatorade flavor was the best ever created to negotiating the perplexing intricacies of national team politics, fans are constantly waiting for Caitlin Clark to make another unexpected move because she constantly raises the bar. Her journey, which combines business success with athletic skill, is a masterclass and influence. She is more than just a basketball player, even in the face of unexplained rejection. She is a cultural force who never stops pushing limits and questioning conventions, leaving her mark on history with each bold assertion and game-altering move. What shocking disclosure will she make next? With bated breath, the world awaits.